Imagine being crammed into a pitch-black room, barely the size of a small classroom, with over 140 others. The air unbreathable, the heat unbearable. By sunrise, most of you are dead. This isn't fiction. This is the real fate that struck British prisoners in 1756. In June of 1756, a powerful storm was brewing in colonial India. The British had fortified their hold on Bengal, but one young and furious ruler, Siraj-ud-Dowlah, had other plans. On June 20th, the fort fell. Most British troops fled, but 146 individual soldiers, civilians, even a few women were captured. Their nightmare was just beginning. Why would a victorious army imprison captives in such brutal conditions? The answer reveals a fatal miscalculation. Prisoners locked overnight in a cell, 18 by 14 feet. The room had no windows, no ventilation, just stone, flesh, and fear. Men collapsed. Some screamed for mercy. Others suffocated in silence. And then they started dying one, by the minute. Only 23 survived. The role of J.Z. Holwell, a survivor and chronicler. By dawn, a putrid silence replaced the moans. Holwell, barely alive, would later pen the account that shocked Europe, but not all historians believe his version. Could this be colonial propaganda? What do you think? Comment below, truth or exaggeration. Holwell's story gave the British a perfect excuse: revenge. Within a year, Robert Clive returned not just to reclaim, but to conquer. And that's when the real empire building began. Survivors were never quite the same. Their minds fractured. But in a world that barely understood mental illness, their suffering was buried, just like the bodies left behind. Some modern scholars argue that the incident was embellished to inflame British sentiment and justify further conquest. So who's lying, the survivor or history itself? The British Empire wasn't just built on muskets, it was built on stories. And this one, it was printed, spread, and remembered to fuel an empire. But wait, it gets worse. Guess who never got to tell their side of the story? If you value multiple sides to history, share this video to spread awareness. This wasn't just a tragedy, it was a symbol. A symbol of how the powerful use suffering real or fabricated to justify domination. The Black Hole of Calcutta is a haunting reminder, not just of suffering, but of how history is wielded as a weapon. If you made it this far, you're part of a rare group that seeks the truth. Subscribe to the Dusty Scroll for more unflinching history. Some died gasping for air. Others lived to tell the tale. But the story twisted, disputed, unforgettable lives on. What would you have done if trapped in that room? Remember the forgotten?